Hey guys, it's Annie from Wellington House, and I am here to introduce you to a new feature that you may have noticed on our website. You may have used it already, but if not, we wanted to give you just a brief run through so you can understand what is available to you. So you'll see this icon here. If we click on that, it is our new order wizards. There are two. One is the team name and number wizard. This is where you're going to order basic things like pre-space player names, pre-space numbers, player perfect, and vertical text. Now the other one, this is a brand new feature. We've never had anything like this before. It is the CAD Cut Templates Wizard. This is very exciting because you will be able to create your very own custom logo. You can choose the layout, you can choose the text, the font, the clip art, the sizing, alignment, all of it is customizable. So we have a separate video for that template wizard that you can watch. But right now we want to just run through the team name and number wizard. So we'll be able to hit the button right here that says order now. And if you're not logged into our shopping cart already, it will prompt you to do that. It is a requirement. I am already logged in, so it's just automatically going into the actual order wizard. Now, the first thing you will always see is an example of the player perfect, which is a name with a number below. If this isn't what you wanted to order, that's no problem. You're just going to go over here to the left and choose the item that you do want to order. You see you have the tab for numbers, and then you have the tab for names. So if we go to names, the first option we have, it says horizontal or vertical. So that would be how you would order your vertical text. We're just going to do horizontal pre-space player names. Then you have the option straight or arched. Then here is your font list. You click on that and it'll give you a list of different fonts that you can choose. Then you have your name size or letter height, and then of course your maximum length, which is adult up to 14, youth up to 12, or you can choose other and put a custom measurement. Now the next thing would be entering our names. So by default, there will always be the word example, just so it can give you a visual representation of the choices that you've made. So we want to go ahead and get rid of that and just type in our own custom text. You can tab over, change the quantity of that name, or just hit tab again and it'll drop down to the next line. So if you don't want to order, or I should say type your names in manually, let's say you have a list of names that's been typed out for you already and you don't want any chance of spelling errors, you can go up here to the button Import Roster. Now this will give you the option of uploading a CSV file, or if you just want to copy and paste, then you would paste in this box here, hit continue, and it'll automatically populate your list of names. We're just going to stick with what I've entered manually for this example. So next on the right side, you have your foreground tab. This is where you're going to choose the material that you want, the color, and then if you want to do a two-color name, you would click on the background tab, choose an appropriate material, choose the color, and then you'll see a visual representation of that name. Now the other option you have is down here at the bottom. You'll see it says garment color. The default is always a white background. If you want to get a better idea of what that name's going to look like on your uniforms, you can click on that, change the color, and it'll give you a better idea of what your specific order is going to look like. So if we're all done here, you'll see it gives us a summary of our quantity, our overall size, the price per design, and then of course the order total. If everything looks good, you can hit add to cart and it'll go into your shopping cart and go back to the default of the order wizard, which is the player perfect. Now I want to point out, if you're used to going to these order wizards through our team logos tab, that's still an option. You would go to the pre-space player names. That'll give you the chart of pricing and some font options, and it has the button for order now, and that's going to take you to the same wizard. So just showing you a different way that you can navigate to this order wizard, but it's all the same. So now we want to give you an example of the pre-space numbers. We'll click the numbers tab. The first thing that we have the option of is generating a range, or say if we have a bunch of just different numbers that aren't in succession, you can type that in there separated by a comma. But let's say I'm going to click on this and I want to do 1 through 20. Didn't even have to type it thanks to autofill. But 1 through 20, you click generate range and it automatically populates that list of numbers for you. So you do not have to type every individual digit. Now again, it has the default on this of the number 88. We don't need that number. So we would go up here and click on the X, and that'll cancel out that entire line item. So now we can change the font. Now in this font list, all the fonts visually look the same, but obviously they are different. And we want to encourage you to look out there and see the different fonts that are available, because we've actually added quite a few new ones. There's an example here of the Shatter font. There's different ones such as Fusion. There's the Fury font, the Circuit font. The list is almost endless. So I encourage you to look out there and see the different options that are now available. And then your number size, of course, we would choose that here. Then same thing, you have your foreground, choose your material and color. Now on the background tab, you'll notice this specific font, Circuit, telling us not available for this font. So in this case, this is a one color only. So if you wanted to do two color, you would have to choose a different font. So that's why we're getting this error. But we can just stick with a one color, choose that, gives us a summary of everything. Again, add it to the cart, and that's all you have to do. So that's just a little run through of the different things that you can do and how to navigate this order wizard. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 800-234-4890, or you can email us at support@wellingtonhouse.com. And if you're interested in looking at the other design wizard, which is for the new CADCut templates, check out our other video where we go in depth as to how to order these and all the different options that you can do.